Hi, you guys. Welcome back. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy, and this is your Pick a Pile Tarot reading for May 2020. So, what we have here is 3 piles. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. Go ahead and pick a pile that draws your attention now. All right, you guys, I'm going to place the timestamps for each of these tarot readings down below. So how this works is I have already shuffled each of these piles and counted out all of the cards. So I have not seen these readings yet at all, but I have already shuffled the cards for these readings. So you can either watch all 3 readings and take whatever resonates with you from all the readings, or you can pick a pile and watch only that reading as your general tarot reading for May of 2020. So now let's get started with the reading for pile number 1. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 1. So this is your general tarot reading for May 2020. So what we have here, as usual, are the 5 psychic tarot cards that we'll start this reading with. All right, so let's lay these out here. And then we have 4 of the Rider-Waite cards that we're going to put here to clarify the reading up above. And then we have finally the Crystal Angel card, which will be your advice for the month of May. And also, if you like to work with crystals, it might be fun to kind of try working with whatever crystal the Crystal Angel card gives you an idea to use. So let's go now with your pile number 1 reading. So here we have balance in the middle here. So let's go over here to the left. So we have the base chakra and sacral chakra. All right. And then over here we have hope and stand your ground. This month I've seen a lot of that stand your ground card in the tarot readings I've done. So this is a month to really stand up for what you believe in, I guess. But this reading really starts with the balance card. So as you can see in that card is the number 11. And it looks like there's this big halo of light around this man with the angel wings. And as you can see in the balance card, he has the staff, the pentacle, the cup, and the sword. He has all of it. So the balance card is really saying that there's some level of harmony in your life for the month of May of 2020, and you feel very connected with creation, with what you are creating in the world. All right, so then over here we have base chakra and sacral chakra, and this is almost telling me that it's like you have already built up your foundation, your firm foundation here and what you want to create. And you're already creating in some sense as well, because the sacral chakra card and the sacral chakra energy is all about creativity and putting those creations out into the world, those ideas that you have. So you've already kind of been doing that. Now over here on the right side of the balance card, we see hope and stand your ground. So you do hold a lot of hope in your hands. And in my own teaching in symbology that I've received, I've learned that hands as a symbol have a lot to do with purpose. And so your purpose that you hold in your hands, you have hope for that. So all you have to do is continue to stand your ground, continue to speak out for what you believe in. And that's what's going to bring you balance and harmony, because that's just you. That's what makes you feel alive and feel free. So let's go ahead and clarify. We have the reverse King of Cups down here. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Over here we have the Empress as well as the High Priestess, and those are both upright. Now I'm going to jump over here because those are the major arcana cards, therefore they are trump cards in tarot, or at least how I read. So the Empress and High Priestess, those two, I believe, are just reinforcing that you are in this period of creating. You're being very creative, and this reading has something to do with what you are manifesting and whatever you're birthing in your life right now, creatively. And the High Priestess kind of tells me that it has a lot to do with maybe your spirituality and or intuition, listening to your inner self, and things like that. And then over here we have the Knight of Swords as well as the King of Cups reversed. So with those two cards being reversed, I really feel like it's just telling me you need to go inward on this one. You need to really look at how your thoughts, represented by this Knight of Swords, as well as your emotions, represented by the King of Cups, and possibly even emotion that you usually feel very comfortable in, or even ones that are uncomfortable. But you need to really look inward and see how your thoughts and your emotions are helping you to create what you want to create in the world. So it's time to, rather than focus outward with those things, you need to go inward with it, because it's going to help you a lot in the month of May. Your crystal angel card for this month is Ametrine. And it says here, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Wow, you guys, that's a really good card that goes with this balance card. But it says here, allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. I love how the advice from the Crystal Angel card always goes so well with the readings each and every time. But it is true. You need to be creative. You have to have that feminine side of creativity. You have to listen to that and be receptive to it. And then you have your masculine side to give you confidence to actually take action on what you want to create, because you cannot just be one or the other. You have to have both. All right, you guys, that's the end of the Pick a Pile number 1 tarot reading for May 2020. All right, see you next time. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 2. So, as usual, let me show you what we got here. So I've already shuffled and drawn all the cards, but I have no idea what these cards are. So I'm just as surprised as you guys as we read them. They've just already been shuffled. So here we have the Crystal Angel card. This card is for our advice. And if you like to work with crystals, it might give you a good idea for a crystal to work with in the month of May. And I have here the 5 Psychic Tarot cards that we're going to start this reading with. So we'll lay those out up here. And then we have our 4 Rider-Waite Tarot cards, which will clarify the reading. And then we'll do our Crystal Angel card at the end for that last piece of advice to kind of help you out for the month of May. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with the reading for pile number 2. So we're starting here with Spiritual Union. All right. And then let's go over here. We have the Third Eye Chakra card. And we have Firm Foundation. Oops. And then over here, we have Accelerated Motion and Deception and Envy. All right. So, you guys, with this tarot reading, I feel like it's a relationship reading almost. Because the spiritual union, it could mean union with your inner and outer self. So this could be a spiritual union with your inner and outer minds. Because see how the two minds are coming together in the image. Now, this could also be a relationship card for a relationship reading as well. So it could go one of 2 ways, I feel like, in this reading. So let's take a look. Over here, we have the Third Eye Chakra along with the Firm Foundation. So it's almost like you've already built this strong relationship, whether it's your inner self or with a relationship with someone else. And there's already a lot of with the third eye, you know that you've already created a lot of that with your own thinking. So, you see your own part in it, because the third eye chakra is all about, what you can create using your own image in your mind. And then over here we have the accelerated motion card along with deception and envy. So if you feel as though if it's a relationship card, you may in May be beginning to feel like things have moved a little quick for your liking, and maybe things aren't turning out quite what you thought in the relationship in the beginning from what you thought it was going to be based on that third eye chakra card. So even if it's relationship with your inner self, maybe you have some more inner work that has to be done because you're starting to see more of your shadow as represented with that deception and envy card. So with the deception and envy card, I see it, if this is an internal spiritual union, then I see that as you're starting to see your shadow. So now it's time to face it and continue working with it. And the accelerated motion, it just means it's going to help you get along your spiritual path faster if you just face it. Now, if this spiritual union card for you is a relationship with another person, then maybe you've been questioning that relationship, or they have, or someone has been watching the other, whether it's like social media or it's something along those lines. Let's go ahead and clarify with these cards down here, you guys. So we have this one's the Ten of Pentacles reversed. We have the Ace of Swords reversed, Knight of Wands, and we have the Eight of Swords. That one's reversed. All right, you guys. So in the month of May, it looks like you're going to recognize that I believe that with this Ten of Pentacles reversed, maybe you know that this isn't a long-term benefit that you're receiving, this situation with the spiritual union. You're beginning to recognize that maybe what you thought it was is turning out to be flipped on end. So anyway, with the Knight of Wands card over there, you're feeling inspired to go maybe a different direction, to begin a new path, because that Knight card has all of these salamanders and fire-looking feathers coming off of his armor. So it's like he's either ready for battle or been through the battle, and he's ready to go. He's inspired to forge his own way, it looks like. And then with the Eight of Swords reversed over there right next to the Knight of Wands, I just see that as you're beginning to realize that your thoughts have put you in your own prison around a certain situation. So you're going to maybe release yourself from that prison as you start to recognize that it doesn't have any power over you because it was created by you. All right, you guys, here is your crystal angel card. It is sodalite. So if you're looking for a crystal to work with for May, maybe you want to work with sodalite. But it says here to socialize or join in. It says make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. So get out there this month. Maybe May is the month that we're going to break out. I can just feel it. So enjoy that nice weather. Get out there, meet some new people, and begin to recognize that there are people out there just like you are. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 3 for your May 2020 tarot reading. So as usual, we have here our 5 psychic tarot cards that we're going to start with. So let's lay those out now. All right. And then we have our 4 Rider-Waite cards. We're going to use these to clarify. And then we have our Crystal Angel card for advice moving forward for the month of May 2020. Now, I did pre-shuffle all of these readings, but I did not yet look at the cards. So I'm looking at them for the first time with you guys, of course. All right, so we're going to start with Trapped in Fear here as the central card. And then over here on the sides, we have partnerships and alliances. And we have movement, choices, decisions. Then over here, we have emotional withdrawal and disruption. All right. So with the Trapped in Fear card being the central card here in this reading for pile number 3, I see it as you guys have a situation in your life going on right now where your thoughts are literally making you feel trapped in a certain situation. But you have to recognize that that is just not true. You can't be trapped in anything, especially if it was simply created by your thinking around a certain situation. So with the partnerships and alliance card, along with movement, choices, and decisions, it is possible that this mindset that you feel trapped in a certain situation might have to do with other people, like a partnership or alliance in your life, a certain choice or a move that you've made in the past that led you to be where you are now. That's what this is focusing on. But now you feel some type of emotional withdrawal from the situation. It's actually disrupting the whole thing. But with that disruption, as you can see, where the broken parts are, where there is disruption, that's where the light comes in. So then you'll start to maybe change your awareness. You won't be trapped in fear. In fact, when I say the light is coming through, that's when I saw the light in this card, Trapped in Fear. As you can see, the light is starting to get to him. So in the month of May, maybe you're going to begin to loosen up yourself from the bond of this fear that you've trapped yourself in. All right, let's move on down here. We got the Strength card, Page of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords reversed, and we have the 5 of Swords. All right, you guys. In this clarity down here, we're going to start with the Strength card. That's a major arcana card. And this is like taking your inner strength. That card is not representing necessarily strength that you find in the physical, such as your muscles and that type of strength. But this is an inner strength, a strength of will. So then we have the Page of Cups over here. You're beginning to use your will. You're beginning to maybe even look inward a little bit. And you're starting to recognize where maybe some of your emotions surrounding this certain situation, the Trapped in Fear situation, you're starting to recognize where, well, maybe my emotions created a lot of that feeling of being trapped. You're starting to recognize things. By examining your emotions, you're beginning to recognize how that's looking right back at you. And then we have the 6 of Swords reversed. This realization is going to lead to you changing your thinking around a certain situation. This is only an internal change. It's not going to make things externally very much different, but it's making you move on in a way in your thinking, internal life. It's going to be foreign and new, and you're going to look at things in a different way. And then we have the 5 of Swords over there. It's almost like you've given up a fight, or someone else has given up a fight with you. But either way, it's over. Honestly, I'm feeling like no one's won or lost here. The only thing is that it's over. There's no more conflict in your thinking surrounding this certain situation, because you're beginning to bring awareness and light into the situation. Even though it's causing you a little bit of disruption, in the end, it's going to be really, really good for you, for the way that your mind will be going. Now let's do the Crystal Angel card. If you would like to work with a crystal in the month of May, maybe you want to give Topaz a try. This is your Crystal Angel advice. It says here, forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. So examine those emotions. Stop blocking your own success. Stop being trapped in fear based on your own, unwillingness to examine it. It's time to look at things in your thinking. It's time to look at your emotions. It's time to examine why you feel certain ways about certain things. And then you'll be free. I hope you have a great month of May. For all of you who picked pile number 3, thank you so much for watching. And of course, if you all are still here, be sure to give me a big old like down below. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to go ahead and click subscribe right under this video. And then you can become a part of this growing YouTube community. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.